Good morning, John. It's the new year and I don't have space in my head to make a complicated video, so I've asked Blue Sky to give me New Year's questions. And here are my New Year's answers. Are you going to transition to Hank Cyan? No, probably not. Hank Cyan would be dope. But I'm mostly just glad that my name is Hank and I didn't get a boring name, like John. What will the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow be in 2025? I mean, African or European. But more than that, there are hundreds of species of swallow and many millions of individual swallows. And they all go different speeds. How many significant figures do you want? How should the calendar be realigned with the solar year to make the most sense? I mean, the number of days in the year we're doing a good job of. And I love this because, you know, the spinning of the Earth has nothing to do with the revolution of the Earth around the sun. And so those numbers aren't related to each other. And so we end up with an imperfect thing where it isn't like 365 days per year. It's 365.24 something. Here's the number. And so what do? We do what humans do. We're like, well, this is imperfect. Let's just scrabble together a system and have some years that have extra days. Now, if you're talking about the months are dumb and don't exist. They're supposed to align roughly with the moon, but they don't. They used to. That's why they existed. They used to. But then we screwed them all up. And now we have October being not the 8th month, which is inexcusable. So obviously we should have 13 months with 28 days each and then have a few days that are monthless, which would be awesome. I would love to have, that's the human solution, is to have monthless days where we just have a good time and nobody expects anything of anybody on the monthless days. Do you play video games? I don't really ever. I would like to play The New Civilization when it comes out. And that is a game that requires a lot of time and also that I cannot help but give a lot of time to. But I don't know how to have time to play video games. It's been so long. I play Connections. That's the only video game I play. And I love it, but it is not like a heavy time lift. I've been thinking both about video games and music and about how I never enjoy either of them anymore because I have put so much stuff on my plate that there's just isn't time. And then when I do take time with those things, I love it so much, but I have a hard time not denying myself those things when I feel like there are other quote-unquote important things that I should be doing with my time. This is a thing that I'm currently struggling with that is a big struggle in my life. Will my tummy still hurt in 2025? Yeah, probably, though you can see a doctor about the tummy hurt, and they do have stuff they can do. I had tummy hurt for a long time over this year, and it turned out that I had acid reflux. And they have medicine for that. What is giving you hope at the moment? History, just the whole history of humans messing stuff up and then fixing it and making terrible decisions and then correcting those decisions, not always quickly, but in a way where like the value of a human life has continued to increase, which seems like a win. Like on a year-long scale, this is going to be a messy year. No doubt about that. But the context of history always helps. You know that 100 years ago, 1 in 5 children died before they turned 5 in the US. What's your opinion on this big potato? I love it. Is that a potato? Or is it some other kind of thing? I think that's some other kind of thing. All right, we're going to save this photo. That's not a potato. Doug, the New Zealand potato, could be the world's largest. What kind of potato is this? I really am frustrated that they don't tell me the variety of potatoes. Yeah, so apparently potatoes are a common food in New Zealand, and we've got a New York Times article. Maybe this will be better. Wait. A couple in New Zealand found a giant growth in their garden, named it Doug, and applied to Guinness World Records. Then the results of a DNA analysis came in. Doug is not a potato at all! Sadly, this specimen is not a potato and is in fact the tuber of a type of gourd. Okay, it's not even in the same family as a potato. So that's what I think about that potato. I was right. Always pays to look, you guys. If the Pillsbury Doughboy ate a cookie, would that make him a cannibal? Yes, but it would also make all of us monsters. If the Pillsbury Doughboy is made of dough and is a speaking sentient being, none of us should be eating any baked goods at all. So we're gonna have to assume that the Pillsbury Doughboy is made up and not real. What is on your 2025 bingo card that you don't think is on anyone else's? The bingo card thing is a little weird. Like, did we all have bingo cards and then we realized that we hadn't put the right things on them? Because I don't feel like anyone ever had a year bingo card. But maybe I should make one. Maybe I should work on making my 2025 bingo card and we'll see what things happen. That sounds like a fun idea. I'm not going to do that right now, but maybe I'll do it. And then if I do end up doing it, I'll put it here. What item do you own that's the closest thing to a legendary, unique quest item in real life? For me, it's definitely this Pizza Hut Magic 8 Ball. That's very good. I have several. Biblically Accurate Crab, I think, I know it is actually unique. I know there's only one of these. But in alignment with yours, the All-Star Singamajig. But I have so many. I have a hoverboard signed by SourceFed. What? I have one of every player's dice from a season of Dimension 20 that I was on. I've lived a good life, everybody. I'm happy with how it's gone. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? You know, I'm just going to end on this one. I do have a New Year's resolution, and it is simply to spend more time with my friends. I'm not, as you might guess, great at that. Because we're not going to get into why. What portion of why is because of my own my own self and like stuff I need to work on internally, and what portion is external stuff. I have a very hard time teasing that out, but it is the case that I do not spend enough time with my friends and I do not invest enough in those relationships, and so I would like to do that more. So that's my goal for 2025, and I think that should be all of our goals. And I think that that is a good one. I think it's achievable. I think it's fun. I think it's something I can always sort of check in with when I'm making decisions about how I'm going to spend my time. And also it's something that happens naturally. Like people will ask me to do stuff and I'll say, oh, I have to say no. And in this situation, I will have to say, oh, I have to say yes. And so whatever is the reason why I have to say no, that thing, I have to say no to that because I have to have those relationships in my life. I am not healthy without them. And John, you're pretty much my best friend. So you are on that list. I hope your wrist is doing okay. I'm excited for your book to come out, and I will see you on Tuesday.